Hey everybody, this is Sam from Stockholm Metal Mania. I am in Jakobsberg in this great event tonight. Also, I'm interviewing lots of artists that came here. We have a special artist now in this interview. They're not going to perform here yet, but like we've got the opportunity to talk to them. And here with me I have Emma from MARTORN. Welcome, Emma.
Thank you so much.
It's really nice having you here in this club that Fredag's Mangel that they're running. They are running like this, the underground metal scene here, and it's really important for all the people who likes extreme and underground metal to be here, and it's really good to have you here as well.
Okay, I mean MARTORN is like the ultimate metal to me, because that's what we've been trying to write, it's the ultimate metal, just great music. And metal to me, that's music that's epic. You know? That's really like the signum of metal to me. There's other music that's epic too, like classical music, for instance. And maybe you'll like hear some elements here and there from that even in our music.
Basically, you can say like it's kind of like gathering lots of experiences of like. We've listened to a lot of like genres, and because I am, or also you are a musician, and then you want to do something, we can say different.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I mean, you can definitely, like I've talked to so many people that say, oh, it's so nice to hear you sing black metal. And I'm like, oh, cool, it's black metal. And then somebody else says, oh, it's so nice to hear you in a progressive metal band. And so it's kind of what it seems like to me. It's whatever you hear that you recognize in MARTORN's music.
So, and you said like you started the project with an artist that he, in LA. His name is Art.
Yes, his name is Art Burdick. He does scores a lot for like he's done scores for Netflix and Paramount, and he's worked with some producers and stuff for artists on Atlantic Records. So this guy's like jack of all trades, and he's also a great guitarist. He's a great producer too, and obviously like great to write songs with.
Yeah, so you started the project together.
Yes, we found each other, and we decided that we really need to make something, and something where you don't cut corners, something that's just focused on being great music.
Yeah, this is fantastic. You have a new album you want to release soon. Let's talk about it a little bit.
Yes, that's true. So right now there's only a single release that's out there. It's called Overcome. You can find it everywhere. And then the next single it's going to be released in January or so. We'll be posting all the info.
We were talking about Tshirt contest.
We're very much about the relationship between nature and metal in MARTORN. And I mean, everybody knows it. Everybody's seen all the videos of metal bands running around in the forest here in the north, right? And yeah, so there's definitely, and nature is epic too, right? So it fits together. And so we have a challenge. It's not exactly a giveaway. It's an incentive offered for somebody who will send us evidence of them listening to metal surrounded by nature. So, you know, put your headphones on or whatever, bring your boombox if you have one of those, not many people do anymore, and go out in the forest, snap some pics, send us a video, and you have entered the giveaway.
It's fantastic actually, and like you came with like some t-shirts. Can you show it like to the camera? This is really fantastic. Thank you so much.
You have to promise to go out in the forest.
Here maybe, like. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I really like the logo. I mean, it's really fantastic. It's really nice of you bringing t-shirts here in Stockholm Metal Mania. Plans for the future, I would like to ask about like what's your vision about MARTORN? Like what you are thinking about in the future? Like, is it going to be only a studio band, or are we going to make gigs and lives?
Sure. I feel like I have to talk a little bit about the history to be able to talk about the future. Yeah, so for the first 4 songs, we have been fortunate to borrow a drummer from Despotic, great metal band out of New Mexico. His name is Ben Durfee. And we also have borrowed Agustin Ortiz, also from Despotic. And this is like, it's really a dream come true to be able to work with these metal monsters, you know. So we really want to do that more and continue to collaborate with people. But of course, I mean, there's always a main goal, I think, when you're a musician. Not always, but it's always been the case for me, to play live, right? Yeah, so we probably won't have that constellation playing live, but we will continue to bring guest artists and guest stars, and when the demand is there, we will definitely play live. But
it's gonna be here in Stockholm, in Sweden in general, or in LA or US?
If I can choose, I want to do a Europe tour. I mean, I definitely hope that we can do it next year. You can request on our website at the bottom for us to play in your city. But I mean, not many. Yeah, this is good to know. It's just go on there, request it, and yeah, then we know that there's a demand for it too.
It's amazing. The release or the single that you have released recently, I listened to this lyric video that's on YouTube, and I became actually fascinated. I heard like really experimental music in the single. It combines, in my opinion, like when you started with this gothic mode in the beginning and then you turn to black metal. So like in my head, I just combined gothic and black metal as like a truly 2 halves, like combining together. This is what I felt, at least, and I can tell as well that you reminded me with many big bands like Nightwish, After Forever. You reminded me with these big bands, with these big gothic concepts, and then suddenly to Astarke from Greece, female black metal band. So like I think you combined all of them in your style. This is when I listened to this release or with this single, what happened to me in my head here. But I really want to hear your story about this single.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, that's really awesome that you had all of those thoughts. Like that's really, really cool. So the thoughts when recording it, I mean, we pulled from everything that we love, you know. And for me as a singer, I feel like I can add a different level if I don't only scream or if I don't only sing cleans, you know. It's like if you sing clean for a while, then you can make an awesome transition with an impact of a scream, for instance, and so on. So in that way I feel freer including both things, and why not do the same thing with the guitar and the rest of the music, you know?
What do you think about the metal scene now and then and stuff like that? So like you've been here in Stockholm only 1 year, but you are originally Swedish?
Yes, so I grew up in Sweden, and then I went and I lived in America for 11 years, and now I'm back for a little bit more than a year. I can say, like, in general, what I think about the metal scene in Sweden versus America.
Yeah.
And that's, I would say that the stage show has a lot more focus in America versus here.
Yeah.
Here, the main focus is on the music, I would say, and like, for instance, to have all the parts, like a bass player and a guitar player and a drummer, you know, and somebody who makes some noises. Yeah, and there it can be like, you know, a setup of like an altar or something for a black metal show that takes up half the show or something, that was completely new to me when I came there. I was like, what's going on? Are they gonna play soon? You know.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's like a different take on it, I would say.
The last question is gonna be like as you're like a female metalhead and a musician as well, What do you think about the female role in the metal scene or the metal society as a subculture and as a music? What do you think about the female role?
Well, I think, yeah, I think it's like drastically changed. I remember when like Angela Gossip was the first female screamer, and people were saying things like, yeah, she has invented a whole new way of using her voice, and it was this mystery of how she can do it, you know. But really, she's just doing exactly the same as every other guy that was already doing it, right? So, and now there's so many female screamers, growlers, or whatever you want to call them out there.
Screamers or like only vocals. It's also guitars, on bass guitar. Like Pain has a bassist girl, I guess. Not only Pain. Like there is a band from Holland, I guess. Is also Sisters of Suffocation, I guess. It's called. They are all female, like drummer, guitarist, bassist, vocals. So like. I see also like there is a progress.
I mean, it's hard for me to say if like an effect that I see is because of more females in the scene or not. But I think like music in general, not music in general, metal music in general is changing towards where you can include other things that wasn't okay before, lyrically, for instance. I mean, there's a lot of females that would say, I think, that there is a struggle or something, but I don't really see it. You know, it's like anything. It's like if a band is looking for a singer, maybe you have to convince them that they don't want a male singer or something. But it's all down to skill, I think. Yeah. Like, because people are smart enough to understand, like when you're good at something, I think. Yeah. So I don't really see that so much. What I can see is maybe that my guess is that it's down to tradition. Like for a long time, like you would give a girl piano lessons and a guy guitar lessons. That was just like kind of how, at least in Sweden, I think, and probably the rest of the world. I haven't lived there, but yeah. So I think it's more that, and maybe that's getting more equal too, like maybe, and that's why we see more females doing, you know, metal music or drums or guitar and so on. That wasn't
great to have you here in also in Stockholm Metal Mania, and thanks a lot for the T-shirt, by the way. Really, thank you. Thanks a lot.